Don't be bitter. Stop being bitter. You one of them bitter folks out here. Ain't nothing worse than a bitter man or a bitter woman. Don't be bitter, be better. That's easier said than done, right? I used to have a saying, jealousy is a sickness, get well soon. Now, when I used to do mixtapes a long time ago, that's something I used to have as one of my tags. Jealousy is a sickness, get well soon. But you have to stop being bitter and stop being jealous of somebody else's blessing. See, what God has for you, He's got for you. What He got for them, He got for them. And you don't know what they went through to get to where they are. But you want to sit back and be jealous and bitter because their blessing is outshining yours. You don't know the work that they put in, the stress that they've been under, the losses they've had to undertake. Just like they don't know those things about you. And some of us spend so much time being consumed with what we don't have and that somebody else has, instead of being grateful for what we do have and working on what we're going to get. See, it's really hard to get something beautiful put in your life when you got negative things sitting there blocking the good things that are coming. You got people out here praying for a brand new car, but you still got your old broke down car in the driveway. You got to make room for that new blessing. You got to make room for that new opportunity. You're mad because you didn't pass that test and get that certification, but you didn't study enough. You know you didn't. And you may get caught up saying, well, he ain't studied. As a matter of fact, he cheated. I know he cheated. Well, that's his problem. That's his loss. He's the one that lost out on that lot. He's the one that lost out on that knowledge, but you didn't. That's why he was able to pass the test, because you don't know where that may end him up. No. You don't know where he may end up because of that lack of knowledge, just because he passed that test. But there's a plan for you to be something greater, so you can't take the shortcuts that everybody else takes. You got to do the work, even though somebody else may not have to. Don't be bitter. Be better. Jealousy is a sickness. Get well soon. You know, one of your jobs in life is to stay out of other people's business. And that's the hardest job for some people. It's really hard to stay out of people's business. We all do it. I just think that some of us admit it more than others. Some of us are a little better at it than others, but we always get in other people's business. And we're going to do that because in life you measure yourself to society, right? So that's one of the reasons why we get in other people's business. It kind of gives us a gauge of how far off we are, how lacking we may be, where we need to push harder. But you can't let that be your barometer for success. I like that word, barometer. I don't get to use it much, but barometer is a cool word. But don't let that be your ruler for success, what somebody else is doing. And definitely don't let that breed negativity and hate inside of you because they're doing something you're not. Everything happens in due time. You may wonder why this person won the lottery and got a check, but you still struggling, and you got to work so much harder than them. Well, maybe because if you got a check right now, you couldn't handle it right. They got theirs because it was time for them to get it. Yours is coming. You may have to work a little harder, work longer, do things they just don't have to do. But guess what? You're going to be more prepared to maintain it. You're going to know what to do with it, how to help people, how to help yourself, make better decisions. That's why people who are self-made millionaires usually hold on to money longer than people who win the lottery, because they knew what it took to get it. They knew how hard it was to get it. Whereas when you just give it to you, you're going to blow it. I know me, if I was blessed to receive $1 million or $100 million, I'll blow a lot of it. Now, luckily, I understand what money is and how to handle it, so I wouldn't do as bad with it as some people would. But I'm not going to value it at the same level as I would as if I had to put in those long hours to make it. It becomes disposable. And so that's why being jealous, being bitter because of somebody else's success is not going to serve you, because you don't understand what they went through. You don't understand. You may think you do. I know what they do. You don't know everything, because we all have moments alone. We're all only human. And that's a mistake you're going to make, thinking you know everything about everybody. Jealousy is a sickness. Get well soon. Focus on your blessing and not their blessing. Let their blessing be an inspiration. Let their blessing inspire you to work harder and be motivated to push to the next level. Don't let it be a seed of negativity in your soul, because that will make you sick. Best believe, jealousy is a sickness. Don't be bitter, be better.